Okay, and welcome to the week 4 edition of the Buttaheads DraftKings podcast. I am your host, Kyle Daly. As some of you may know, after this week and all the injuries that happened, I'm now a broken man. And it really does suck. My entire fantasy portfolio is pretty much in shambles, and it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to deal with. But we all go through tough things in life, and it got me thinking. And this is something that one of my favorite follows, Adam Levitan, has mentioned many times, but got me thinking, maybe DFS really is the best form of fantasy. Because injuries are still a factor. It can still happen. See Malik Neighbors last week or, CeeDee Lamb 2 weeks ago. I mean, injuries still affect the game for sure, but it's a lot less of a factor. And injuries fucking suck. Injuries are really, really gay. And there's nothing you can do about it, and it's not your fucking fault. Even if it's a guy that's considered injury prone, James Conner was considered injury prone, and then he stayed healthy, and everybody loved him, and then he got hurt again. So you never fucking know. It's a damn shame, but in DFS, clean slate every week. And it's a beautiful thing. And it also got me thinking that anybody who fucking skips out on the fucking Sunday main slate DFS, you are a fucking pussy. And I like you less because of it. There's really no fucking excuse. To me, when I'm watching the games, when I'm watching Red Zone on Sunday, I'm pretty much only thinking about my DFS team. That's what I'm screaming at the TV about. I'm not thinking about my fucking dynasty team and Big Baller or whatever. No shade on Big Baller. Love you guys. But I'm not thinking about that. I check that shit late, at the end of the day. I'm sweating my fucking DK team because it's the most fun on game day. It really is. And I like, all the side bets and shit that I have. I mean, that is really where it's at. So if you're one of these people who just stop submitting a lineup because you're bad and you just want everybody to know that you have zero confidence in yourself, I think that's fucking lame and gay. So I just want to go down a list of people who've been playing and decided not to play last week, or people who haven't played at all. These people need to be called out. Their names need to be spoken on this podcast. I'm not going to let you get away with this fucking shit. These are the people I'm talking to. Colin. C. Will Williams. You are a fucking pussy. You bet all these sports. All you do is fucking send me texts about your stupid fucking sports bets, and you can't put $20 down on the DraftKings main slate tournament. That's what brings together all these fucking leagues that I invited you to. You're a pussy for not playing. Christopher O'Connor. You're a big fucking pussy. Surely you can deliver enough food throughout the week to save up $20 to fucking play in the DK main slate. I don't want to hear your fucking excuses. You don't even do anything. Don't tell me you're fucking busy. You got kids, great. A lot of people in the league have kids. What else is your excuse besides that? You really, play one less round of golf. You know what? Play as many rounds of golf as you want. You got the fucking time. I don't want to fucking hear you're busy. You're a pussy for not playing. Jonathan Garvey. Now, I think you've been playing all year except for last week. And I know you are the king of all the LELs, but I don't want to fucking see you not playing in the main slate. It's fucking ridiculous. You got the $20. Put your fucking lineup in and make it not LEL. If you don't want to fucking lose, then stop putting together such shitty LEL teams and actually put in some effort this time. Samuel Garvey. I don't know if you're really LEL. I think you do want to try. You just have no confidence that you could actually beat anybody. And it's sad. It's pathetic. I mean, you've gotten last or close to last every week until last week that you decided not to play. I mean, it kind of makes me feel sorry for you. But you need to fucking pull up your fucking bootstraps and get a fucking lineup together that's actually respectable. And you'll start respecting yourself. You'll start respecting that man in the mirror. It's fucking embarrassing. It fucking pisses me off when I see these people just ducking out of the most fun thing that we do. This really is, in terms of fantasy, like on game day, like I said, this is one of the most fun things that we do. Let's move on. Joe, the Golf Pro. I see you floating around in there for like 3 weeks in a row, and then all of a sudden you realize you suck and you just given up already. I don't even know who you are, but you're a pussy. Chase Ryan 77. I do know who you are. You are a pussy. And I saw that you didn't play last week. And it's just an admission as to how much you suck and could never beat any of us. Congratulations. Dean's Gay. I know who you are. You're a pussy. And not playing last week is just an admission that you could never beat any of us. And some guy named A. Jones 3230, I really don't know who that is. I don't even know if anybody does. We might have just accidentally made the contest public one week, and it was just a guy off the site. I don't know, but that guy, I saw him playing and he didn't play either. So that's my list. Every one of you, if your name was mentioned, just know I think less of you if you don't fucking enter next week. And I'm gonna talk shit about you behind your back. And I have been, if you didn't know already. In positive news, I am 8-0 versus Jandy this season. I have weekly side bets with both Joe and Andy. My side bet with Joe just means that I never have to pay for this contest. It's free for me every week. And then I get a nice $20 Venmo from Andy to cap it all off. You guys, you're looking for your first win this season. I bet that's rough, but one of these weeks you're going to do it. Keep going, buddies. Hey, I got to give them credit. At least they haven't given up. And I also do, speaking of people who haven't given up, JFim, I still see you in there. We got a weekly $20 bet with JFim. He hasn't beaten me yet either. But at least he submitted a lineup last week, unlike his fucking friends. You know, Sam, you're supposed to be JFim's friend, and John, you're supposed to be JFim's friend. Y'all didn't even fucking join the league. I actually, you know what? I like JFim more than y'all now. He's more family than y'all. At least he fucking puts in a team. Good job, cousin. Alright. I also want to address a comment that Andy made that really fucking bothered me. Well, one of the comments that really fucking bothered me that Andy made. And I'm just going to start by reading it. The comment reads, because this is after I mentioned that his lineups were bad. Our lineups are consistently very similar. You luck out on a defense or a TD catch. It's all a crapshoot after the chalk. Jay Myers was an interesting decision, but so was D. Mooney. Well, Andy, don't fucking compare yourself to me, because first of all, you don't even know what the chalk is. If you did, you wouldn't have mentioned Jacoby Myers to me. Jacoby Myers was chalk. Jacoby Myers was 69% played in the massive double up last week. He was massive chalk. You just didn't know about it because you're a casual. So don't try to compare yourself to me, because if you do, you're just going to reveal your ignorance even further. We are not the same. You played MVS week 1. You played Luke McCaffrey last week and lucked out on a TD. And you want to talk to me about lucking out? It was his only catch. It's not about who knows about the chalk and then you just slap together some shit and see if it sticks. That's what you're doing. That's not what I'm doing, buddy. You have to make a cohesive lineup, and every single slot matters. Anybody who thinks that they can just put together 8 out of 9 guys and then just pick whoever they have money left, I'm talking to you, Joe, to Golf Pro, think that they can just pick whoever they have the money for with their last slot, you've already lost. You're already drawing dead to people who actually know what the fuck they're doing. That's why you're bad. So maybe you need to look inward instead of trying to, write it off as, somebody got lucky, or, there are definitely instances where people get lucky, and I call those out when it's true, and I'll give people credit when they play well, because there is a difference between playing well and getting lucky. Anybody who's played as much poker as me would know that. There is luck involved, and you can also play well or play bad. You are losing every week, Andy, because you are playing bad. You are not putting together cohesive lineups, and you're making off-the-wall plays. And there's a reason that nobody else even considered the guys that you played besides the chalk that you sort of know about. So don't fucking compare me to you. We are not on the same level. All right. Let's get to the fucking week. Very disappointing. Very disappointing week. I had an excellent lineup. So, if you'll recall, a couple weeks ago, Spencer won, and I sat here and I didn't criticize this team one time. I was like, this lineup makes complete cohesive sense. I think this was an excellent tournament build. I love the lineup. Fast forward to this past week, and Spencer unfortunately has won again. And this week, I have a different evaluation of his team. Spencer, this is a fucking lucky ass lineup. You know it. You even said it yourself, I believe. You had no business winning this week. You played Mariota, which was a trap from the beginning. Everybody knows it. Jandy, I'll give you that. Sneaky good play. Against Chicago, it was also a pivot off of the chalk, which was the receivers, who were very cheap. So I do think that was a good play, especially at that price, only $6,200. Not too bad for somebody with his workload. I'll give you that. Cook was chalk. Worthy coming off of an injury. It's a risk, but hey, if you want to get weird, whatever. Trey Tucker chalk, Nakua chalk, Jake Tonjes. Come on. See, this is where you get lucky with Jake Tonjes or whatever the fuck I don't know. Put his name in quotes. I don't give a fuck who he is. He's completely insignificant, but you get fucking lucky at the very fucking end. And I would have gotten second if he doesn't score that stupid ass fucking touchdown. That somehow they just decided not to tackle. I think they just didn't care anymore because they were winning. And Nico Collins, bad play. How does that make sense in this lineup? It's really just some Houston Homer shit. And he hasn't done anything all year, and there was no reason to think that he was going to do anything this week either. Total bad play, and then you get a defensive touchdown from the Patriots. I mean, look, it's not a terrible lineup. I think there are some quality aspects to it, but overall, I'd say mid. It's, typically would be good for like 4th or 5th place instead of 1st, and you lucked out in Sun Run to pull ahead of me and Mobley. Mobley, let's see, Gino, I mean, I don't know if I'm clicking his name in DFS. I actually have always thought, I have for a couple of years now, thought that Gino has been underrated. And, I mean, but when you can pick anybody, I just don't know if Gino is going to be the guy. It's nice to have in a super flex if you can get him for cheap. But Cook, Hampton, Rome, Nakua, Michael Pittman kind of seemed out of nowhere. Hunter Henry chasing last week's points. And Brock Bowers in the flex. I mean, double tight end, and you play Bowers, who's hurt and has a knee brace. I mean, how are these guys fucking beating me? I mean, they just they just luck out in the worst one. And then he gets 15 points from the Jaguars defense. $2,500. A fucking whack-ass, and that's another thing. You don't get that fucking defensive touchdown from the Jaguars at the end of the fucking game, and you don't beat me either. Both of y'all got whack-ass TDs at the very end to slightly pull ahead of me when I had the most cohesive lineup that actually made sense. I got Dart. Everybody knew that Dart had the rushing floor for his price at $4,500. He wants to run. He wants to make big plays. He's going to sling it around. Excellent play. Cook and Hampton were chalk. Jacoby Myers, I knew was chalk, but I also knew it wasn't going to be on the radar of a lot of people. People did end up playing him 28.6%. He didn't work out, and part of the reason why I didn't finish in the top 2. Puka, I mean, if you didn't play him, I really don't know what to tell you. Maybe you should sit out. Olave, that was, and I will admit this, for me, that was a mental weakness play right there because, I'll say I did it because he was cheap, was really why I made the final decision, but it was also mentally weak to try to convince yourself that he was going to do anything because, yes, he has the underlying numbers that say, he has a lot of volume and maybe he's due for positive regression, but also, I mean, he has Spencer Rattler throwing to him. He ain't going to fucking do anything. So, Olave, Brenton Strange, good play. CMC, I mean, how could you not play him? 26 points. And the Titans defense, they were 2,300. They were cheap. So, this lineup was a straight cash build, high floor team that ended up doing extremely well for a cash team. Good enough for first place if Spencer and Mobley don't luck out at the end with whack-ass Jags D and Jake Tonjes touchdowns. Get the fuck out of here. Should have beaten both y'all asses. Man, love to see good old Sam Stew, a.k.a. Token, down below me, because I also had a side bet with him. Beat his ass. Some highlights from his team. I don't know, he had some chalk, played Buka, Aronde Gadsden. I had Aronde Gadsden in all week. Changed it up to last second. Just doing a little research. I got off of him onto Brenton Strange, and that ended up being the difference between me and Token. So good on me for putting a little bit more effort in to the lineup and outworking him. Quentin Johnston, man, what the fuck? I hate that guy, but why does he keep doing good? Two yards away from the bonus too. Bummer. And the Browns D. I mean, Browns D against Detroit. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. Not a bad lineup, though. Johnny, you suck. Your lineup sucked. You played Justin Herbert. Don't know why he's not a good fantasy quarterback. CMC Hampton, he played a lot of the same guys as me, but the difference was that he played Herbert. And Trey Tucker, chasing last week's points. All you sheep that played Trey Tucker are dumbasses, dude. Trey Tucker's like 5'8", 165 or something. He's not, like, gonna ever be like one of the main go-to guys in an offense. Like, you think that he had one good week and now all of a sudden he's the man there? He's a bit player at best. He's lucky to make the fucking roster. So yeah, we talked about Andy. Luke McCaffrey, yeah, great. 2 catches for 21 yards and a touchdown. I mean, I understand that he had increased opportunity with the receiver injuries that they have, but I don't fucking care. He's Luke McCaffrey. He has like 6 receptions his entire career, and that actually might be overstating it, and I'm not kidding. Yeah, I mean, nothing to see here except, Panthers D, -3. Oh, and let's hop on over to Joe's team. Panthers D, -3. Man, they must have been whispering to each other about that one in bed. They were giggling to each other in their ears. They're like, we're going to play the Panthers D. Nobody's going to expect that. Nobody's going to expect that we play the worst defense in the NFL. We're going to trick them all. And they're like all jiggling in bed and like writhing back and forth. Maybe Andy like shakes his butt a little. Oh my God. Panthers fucking D. I think I saw going, somebody fact check me on this. Let me hear from you in the comments, by the way, if you got a reaction. If I mentioned your name and you're not happy about it, I want to hear from you in the comments. But I think I saw, and again, somebody fact check me on this, I think I saw the Panthers didn't have a sack, or they were at least the worst pass rushing team in the league going into week 4, and that includes Dallas. But I think that they didn't have a sack, or maybe 1 sack going into last week. Somebody let me know down in the comments. Let's see. Charlie, I beat your ass again. I am undefeated against Charlie this year, I believe. Oh no, I think Charlie beat me 1 week. He'll pull out those luck lineups every now and then. Daniel Jones, Travion. Oh hey, I thought about it. Didn't actually pull the trigger though. BTJ, yeah, still not happening there. Just overall weak lineup. Joe, you suck. Let's see. I'm undefeated against you, Joe, in case you haven't heard. Lad McConkey thought this was going to be the week. Wrong. Trey Tucker, sheep, mentally weak. Panthers, -3. Worst defense in the league. They're the Panthers. If you didn't remember, they are terrible, and that was a bad play. Let's see. Austin, shitter. Jack, you tried. J-Fem, my boy J. Oh, I gotta mention J-Fem. First of all, like I said, thank you for being honorable and actually submitting a lineup. But so J-Fem, the first week, because I think he started in week 2 in this contest. The first week he got last. And then last week he got second to last. And then this week he got third to last. J-Fem, you're improving every week, buddy. This is fucking awesome, dude. And we got a $20 bet every week. And there's usually around 18 people that play per week. Okay, sorry, my phone died there. What I was saying about JFM is, there's about 18 weeks, and if you improve by 1 slot every week, by the end of the year, you could potentially be in first, buddy. Keep going. I'm proud of you. And maybe one of these weeks you won't have to send me a Venmo. All right, let's take a look at other members, other bottom dwellers here. C_C3. Still don't quite know who that is, but I see him in here pretty often. All right, we got Hurts, Jonathan Taylor, Scatabo, Rome, Tet. This was good for second to last or 13th place. QJ Fannin. I mean, what is this, week 2, buddy? Come on. Living in the past here. Tet McMillan, don't know where that came from. We all know they're terrible. Yeah, I mean, I think this was just kind of a shitter lineup. Not really up to date on the NFL news. If so, you probably wouldn't be playing these guys that were like hits of week 2. So maybe keep up, whoever you are. And then in last is Eric, which I know, so he played dart, same as me, and he paired him with Malik Neighbors. Now, obviously, you know, that's just bad luck, and what are you going to do? Malik Neighbors, you know, he had 4 points, obviously goes out. So that hurts. Now, having said that, the rest of the lineup still has a lot of snowflakes. So it wasn't just Malik Neighbors. You know, minus Malik Neighbors, we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still have 5 snowflakes in this lineup, not including Malik Neighbors. Derrick Henry, snowflake, 7.8. I get it. You want him to bounce back. You think it's going to be a competitive, high-scoring game against Kansas City. Yeah, but that's the risk you take with Derrick Henry. He either scores touchdowns or he doesn't. And then Rashad Bateman, you were really counting on that game shooting out, I guess. Rashad Bateman, that's not a DFS play. I don't know about that. I mean, if he does hit, you got lucky. I mean, when's the last time? He hits about 1 game a year. He is quite bad, despite what people in our chat will tell you. Brock Bowers, yeah, again, knee brace. I get the thinking behind it. You want to Galbrain it a little bit, but have you seen the knee brace? Maybe keep up on the news on that. And then Kyron Williams, yeah, whatever. Titans D, okay. So overall, I get, you know, it's a tournament build, and I don't hate the build as a whole cohesive lineup. Besides the Bateman, I think was really bad, but he was cheap. I like the tournament build here, but didn't work out. So overall, pretty good week. Again, I should have won more money. It's very disappointing to see just total fish luck out. You know who you are. If you don't, it's Mobley and Spencer that I'm talking about. You are fish. You got lucky. On to next week. I actually took a peek at the prices for next week already because I am getting this pod out late. And it looks like another easy, straightforward week. So I can't wait to see the shitter lineups that you guys put together to give me more content to make fun of you. Until next week, see you later.